today, so I'm cleaning my garage. As you can see, it's still pretty messy. This is all the stuff I'm getting rid of. This was all filled with tools. I'm realizing all the money I spent on these tools I could have invested, and I'd be probably better off. Now, don't get me wrong, I need stuff to fix. I wanted to buy tools because it's better than going out and partying and doing X, Y, and Z. But now that I found my journey into investing, I've realized I don't need as much as I really thought I did. I'll do some B-roll here soon, but everything that I've bought in my life, I probably only need 40% of it, maybe 60 if I'm really trying to be gracious to myself. And I just think about all the money, let's say 10 grand. I only needed to spend 6 out of that 10 grand to really get stuff done. Everything else was kind of just nice. Now, granted, I live in the boonies. I rent a house. I still live cheap. I don't spend my money crazily. But after going through and seeing everything, physically touching it and being like, okay, I'm getting rid of all of this, and I'm getting myself down to like 3 totes, a Harbor Freight 4-quart or 4-drawer US General toolbox, and a couple other of my Heart Pack Out. I don't need much more. And I don't know where I got lost buying all this stuff, going to Harbor Freight, going to Home Depot, and just buying every DeWalt tool or Milwaukee tool I can get my hands on. And now that I have it all, the fun of it was in collecting. Now they're not even worth as much as they used to be. And that's the sad part, because now if I think about, that was 4 years ago when I started really getting into fixing stuff. Actually, I take that back. It might have been 8 years ago. Gosh, time flies. But 8 years ago is when I started working on cars, and I was like, I'm gonna get good at this. And I'm pretty decent. I fix all my own stuff. I don't take my stuff to a shop. I have all the tools to do, and wheel bearings and gas tank drops, and like not welding frames or anything. I got zero desire for that, but just good maintenance, good saving for spending $1,000 doing a brake job and an oil change and spark plugs, where I can spend $200 to $300 and do it myself, and bam, $700 saved into investments, into cash. And I think that's what helped me get farther along in life, was being more self-sufficient like that. What I'm trying to get to is, when you own all these tools, when you own all this stuff in your life, you lose that opportunity of buying your time in the future. I sacrificed a lot of my time for stuff so I didn't have to pay for more stuff in the future, aka tools, but I got lost by owning so many tools. I have so many ratchets, so many sockets that I don't even use. So I'm giving them away, selling them, auction. Like that blue tote, it's going to my father, getting rid of a lot of this other stuff. And I just doing this, I thought I'd make a video real quick and talk about. We don't need as much as we think we do. And I'm putting it into items like precious metals, aka silver. I still, buy 401ks and everything, because you need to do that. If you're watching this channel, you need to have an emergency fund. You need to put a little in your 401k, and then you need to stack some silver and maybe a little bit gold, but we're a little too poor for gold. At least I am. If you're watching my channel, hopefully you have more money than I do, but silver is pretty much all I can do. I'm buying a lot of Constitutional right now because it's the cheapest, and I'm bucks I can get something still. But I'm just think that it's better to have stuff of value, aka silver, gold, S&P, even Bitcoin. Not opposed to something like that. I think I'd rather have silver and gold, because when you hold that in your hand, man, it tells you something. Something primal in it. But just like when you're working on your own car, there's something fulfilling in it, just like when you go for a run. And I actually should say there's another 2 things we need to focus on too: physical health and mental health. Personally, I think you gotta put your physical health first, because if you feel like crap, you're gonna mentally feel like crap. But after you do like a hard workout or even like push-ups, you usually feel just a tad bit better. So it's gonna be like mental health, and then financial health. Those are the 3 pillars of life, and we can't lose sight of that. Everything else doesn't matter, because we can't do that first. If you can't do those 3 things, you can't help anybody. You can't be good to your family. You can't be good for your work. You can't be good to your pets. Like, you can still be there for everybody, you can still do stuff, but you won't be your peak. And here at Silver Scout, we're trying to get it so you are financially independent, you are responsible enough to take care of yourself, and you are trying to get the ball rolling. Like, most want to talk about silver. I just like it. It's fun. It's cool. I love touching it. I love looking at it. I'm there and just hearing ping. It's beautiful. But I also like working on cars. I also like playing guitar. I also do a lot of other things, which everyone should. I just think that we need to get back into having these three pillars, because I think a lot of people are getting maybe one pillar really good and losing the other two. Yes. Yeah. Hey, please like and leave a comment, and we'll go from there.